So the first gig I ever performed in, like I was given the uniform because it was a high end gig, and I wasn't a member yet. I was still an apprentice, but they gave me the uniform anyway, just for this one gig at the Pink Tie fundraiser for Cherry Blossom Festival. And everyone kind of cramped in on our performance space and really shrunk us down. And in the middle of Yamabiko, because I was playing the shaker part, I hip checked one of the shime and knocked it right over in the middle of the song.
I mean, you just picked it up.
I just left it because nobody was playing it, so I was like,
I didn't hear
I just kept going, pretend like nothing happened.
That's hilarious.
This wasn't something going wrong per se, right? We talk about the concept of impermanence, that nothing stays the same forever. There was a time where it was probably about 4 years or so after I came back to the group, just by virtue of people having life changes and having left the group, we were down to 4 members, which is really hard to play our songs with 4 members. So we had to rethink all of the songs, how we would play them and how we would still maintain the Nen Daiko feel, still provide a good show to our audiences. So that, I think, it's now in hindsight a good memory, because it taught us a lot of flexibility, adaptability. It gave us confidence that we can still do that if needed. Thankfully we don't need to now, but I think that kind of adaptability is really important in the group, because things always, I mean, something goes wrong during a lot of different performances, right? So knowing that we can adapt as needed is, I think, a really important lesson.
We're playing Sumugu. We just started the song. It was our first song of the show, and we're playing, and I'm playing G on the shime, and you're playing chapa. You're playing chapa, and so we started, and the shime stand started to tilt. It was leaning back, and I'm playing it and playing it and playing it, and then I was trying to get your attention, but still play G, and then finally I called your name, and you're like, oh, and then you caught it, and we were able to continue the G and fix the stand and continue with the song with minimal distractions.
Yes, I think 2 years ago we did the rugby show, and we were playing Matsuri. I could not get out of the solo. I forgot the solo tag. So I was just sitting around like, but trying not to show that I was panicking. But some of the members, they cued me back in, and I was looking back, and so it happened. So we got out of it, so it was good.
This is something that happened to my sister. We were at a gig at the Japanese embassy, and she forgot her uniform pants. So, and we didn't have extra. So we were all panicking, trying to figure out what to do. And our mom said that she would just give my sister her pants, and she would wear this navy blue skirt that she was wearing that day anyways, and we all kind of shifted the parts she played so that she wouldn't have to squat or anything in the skirt, and we performed that gig just perfectly. Everything went really smoothly and fine, and everybody else watching was none the wiser, so we thought that was a really funny moment.
So I'm a person who gets really nervous before performances. I try not to, but it is what I am. And when I was a new member of Nen Daiko, one of our members, Brig, he used to do this move where he would throw his bachi up in the air and catch it. And I remember we were out to start a performance that was maybe a higher prestige or made me more nervous for some reason. And I asked him, do you have to do that move in this performance? And he said, absolutely, he was going to do that move, because he said the audience will actually love it if I drop the bachi. The audience will understand. And that was a flipping of the script for me. That was very helpful to understand that the audience wants you to succeed, it wants you to have a great performance. So if you do make a mistake, don't worry about it. One situation I can remember where something went wrong was we used to kind of put our drumsticks in various places. So if you would change drumsticks in between songs, you just sort of tuck it away somewhere, and then you remember it and you go pick it up. But there was a time where I couldn't find mine. It got moved. And so that was very stressful. That same performance, the stage broke apart and we were dancing across a gap in the stage. So yeah, that was an intense performance. But the good thing that came out of that was I went home and I sewed this what we call a bocce organizer that is like, it has all these pockets with your name on it and everybody puts their bocce there. So, you know, sometimes mistakes happen and it results in an innovation.
Was last year at the Sakura Taiko Fest on the Sylvan stage right in front of the Washington Monument, in front of many people, as well as other taiko performers, playing Omiyage, which is a song that many people know and can critique, right? So taiko performers know it. At the very end, being in the front of the positioning, I was doing my twirls and one of the bocce completely left my hand. So far that I couldn't try to grab it or recover it. So I needed to make a decision of how to get out of the situation. So I believe I did, you know, some, you know, like just whatever, but like looked like I had fun, I guess. I think at some point when there was a break in the song, I was able to grab the bocce and go back and play. Incredibly embarrassing because it's in front of such a large crowd, but afterwards I had gotten such positive feedback from all the other players, like on that's how you handle a poor situation. So I just got a lot of positive feedback. It was something like, that's how you handle it. You look like you own it. And so that was something that to this day, I remember that shock / the surprisingly positive feedback that I got.
So this might be more of a personal story than a group story, but a long time ago, we were going to be on public access TV in Virginia. I think, I want to say it was Snoop Doggy Dogg. Wait, is that right? Actually, now I don't know. Anyway, it was public access television with some rap star. And so we were doing a quick run through sound check beforehand. We were all in our street clothes and we were running my favorite song, Mannin Onre. And we hit the last pose and I felt something go pop. And I thought, oh, that doesn't feel good. But, you know, the show must go on. So we were on, I forget, maybe it was like 30 minutes later, we performed. It was fun. And then later on that day, my knee was very large, really swollen. I went to the doctor. It turns out that I had torn my meniscus and it was a long recovery after that.